so let's come back to where we were pointing departure, which was social media, right? And I think it's got its pros and its cons. Like everyone's got a view on this. It is social media. And so obviously in the context of entrepreneurship and growing businesses and so forth, it's an incredibly powerful tool. It's a tool that, we historically haven't had available to us to the extent that we can today, right? So in your world, like what have you learned about social media? Because you currently see, you've got offices in London, Johannesburg, Dubai, Cape Town, I believe, also as part of Biz News. There's MoneyWeb. You've listed this thing on the stock exchange. What have you learned about the power of social media when it comes to growing businesses? In your view, like what is the insight currently today that's relevant for entrepreneurs?
Yeah, well, with MoneyWeb, of course, the internet was in its infancy, so there was no social media whatsoever. We had a few people approaching us to suggest things like Facebook, but at the time, I guess I didn't have the understanding or the vision to be able to pick it up and to develop it. So there were lots of people in South Africa, I guess lots of people around the world thinking about social media and how you can connect via the internet. But we've always worked on the basis that the people you serve online are your community, and if you listen to them and you serve them, you'll have a successful business. When it gets onto social media itself, when you're talking about Twitter and LinkedIn and Facebook, there is a philosophy that I suppose you've got to understand right from the beginning. It's unbelievably powerful. If you make a misstep, you are likely to get pilloried and worse. We've seen examples of this. So be careful what you put into social media, because clearly you might only have 5,000 friends, but very quickly it can reach 5 million people because of the virality of it. When it comes to business, a business like ours, there's no question that Biz News would not be reaching 500,000 people a month if it wasn't for social media. I had to start from scratch. I wasn't even allowed to take my old subscriber list, which I'd started prior to MoneyWeb in 1997, my email list. I had to begin right again from scratch. And to get to the position that we're in now, to build the brand so rapidly, has really been due to the fact that I did have a social media presence on Twitter and on Facebook. And back then, LinkedIn wasn't really that big, but it's become a lot more important now since Microsoft took it over. So if used judiciously and used sensibly, social media can be an incredibly powerful force for good. If, however, you allow the baddies to take control, then obviously it gets hurt. I had that situation during the Gupta era. Somebody created a fake account in my name, used it to con people into having direct message conversations with them, and then acted as though they were me and pushed those into the public domain. And the next thing, it goes viral, and I'm this big racist, crazy person, when actually it's a fake account that they used to do it. So you find that, and what really bugged me at that stage was that Twitter was not prepared to take this fake account down. Now, things have changed a lot in the last couple of years, but back then they wouldn't believe me, or I don't know if they didn't want to believe me it was a fake account, but it was very difficult to get these big organizations to listen to you. Now that the rest of the world is pointing fingers at them, it is the war against fake news at least has started. Back then, it was just a one-way traffic.